Good morning, guys. Slippery here. And I hope everybody out there in the world of YouTube is having a wonderful day, wonderful morning. It's a beautiful morning here, and I wanted to remind you to tune in tonight to Dogpile Thursday on Dan King's channel. I'll link it below because we're going to be discussing some of our favorite Wally topics. And if anybody's been following Wally's videos, he's been huffing and puffing and ranting and raving, and his sophomoric view of politics is always shines through. There's never any intelligent political discourse. There's never any tolerance for anybody else's political opinions. It's always, oh, blue haired, purple haired. It's pointing names, saying names, pointing fingers, and everything is going to turn into a conspiracy, or there's going to be a civil war because he doesn't respect anybody else's political opinion. And he's part of the problem. But you know what? When you're a person who has no family, who's been rejected by your family, rejected by your significant other, rejected by your children, rejected by your own mother, rejected by your own father, rejected by your own siblings, pretty much rejected by everybody you come in contact with, is actually really not much of a surprise. Even listen to some of your stuff, and I'm starting to get bored by it because, you know, when you have a person that says that the government is the government. Now, I don't know what that means. Is that the federal government, local, state? You know, there's all kinds of layers of government in this country of ours. You know, it's not just the federal government. There's state, local, school boards. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on. You know, so I mean, you have to be a little bit more clear about it. But when you say stupid shit like the government is purposely causing a formula shortage so that they can starve children to get back because the Supreme Court may overturn Roe versus Wade, that's so ridiculous that I don't know that anybody can even give you any credibility for even saying such stupid things. You know, both sides of the political spectrum are get so crazy sometimes. You know, the stupid shit you say is as bad as people on the other side saying that the guy with the walrus hat or the water buffalo hat sitting in the chair in the Capitol was somehow some kind of threat to national security. I mean, there's got to be some happy middle ground where people can live and respect each other's differences, and it doesn't seem to be getting there. And you're the worst one of all. Even if I had a predisposition to agree with anything you say, I couldn't agree with anything you say because you're just so crazy and ludicrous. So, I mean, I hope everybody tunes in tonight. And the thing that I wonder the most, Wally, I mean, you know, it seems like you're having a little trouble on your channel. Some of your videos are getting taken down. I wonder why that's happening, Wally. Who could have guessed? But tune in tonight to Dogpile Thursdays. It's going to be some fun. And just want to leave this in your head. Wally's always talking about diddlers and people that have different sexual orientations than he claims to have, because that's a whole nother topic. But then again, Wally, why do you have a child-sized sex doll or something? It's a little bit weird, Wally. So, I mean, there's a lot of questions that we have to answer tonight, and we're going to explore. So, tune in. It was as always with all your videos, the whole sky is falling thing. You're like Chicken Little running around, the sky is falling, and guys stock up on your noodles and your ramen noodles. And I mean, you know, if the sky is falling, Wally, why do you need 4 Freddy sweaters? What kind of dumb shit is that? Your 4 Freddy sweaters and your tins. You have like, what are you collecting? Your little tins of pellets or BBs or whatever they are? Because when the boogaloo happens and the world ends and the zombie apocalypse and the four horsemen of the apocalypse are riding down the parking lot of the Bradley unit, you'll be there and you'll be able to hunt rabbits and stew. What are you, Daryl from the Walking Dead? You're gonna shoot rabbits with you're so stupid. You sound like such an idiot, I swear to God. And the worst part about it is there's people that actually buy into this nonsense. Oh, God almighty. So, yeah, Wally, I mean, everybody make sure you stock up. You know, I go shopping every week, for God's sakes. I go into the food stores, and yeah, sometimes they're a little low on this and a low on that. But you know what? The government doesn't produce those things, Wally. You should know enough to know the government doesn't really produce anything, you know. Some local governments and city governments might provide some services, but they don't really produce anything. So if there's shortages on stuff, that's caused by market factors. And I know about it. I know a little about it because, you know what, I've been involved in manufacturing a product for a long time. And yeah, there are some supply chain issues, but those are caused by a whole bunch of different things, which are all far more sophisticated than your simple pea brain can comprehend. And your, you know, childlike discussion of this stuff, you know, you're like a 7-year-old discussing politics, or a drunk guy on the end of the bar trying to discuss politics, and you never come up with any rational or intelligent thoughts about it. You just huff and puff and rant and rave, and somehow you think that's the final word on it, and it's not. You know, you're a simpleton. You know, you're a lonely, bitter, isolated man that has nothing else to do but huff and puff into your camera or whatever it is, and complain about the world, and like Chicken Little, the sky is falling, look at me, I'm Wally, the Civil War, this, that. Bullshit. It's all bullshit, Wally. You would be better served by actually trying to do something productive and get yourself some kind of social interaction instead of hunkering down in the Bradley unit waiting for Antifa and Black Lives Matter and pink-haired, purple-haired, and blue-haired people, you know, coming to get you. And what's with the, you know, Mr. Wally, I'm the descendant of Germanic tribal warriors that, you see, and again, you know, the big drive-by shooting thing. I mean, you know, maybe you were a couple of blocks away. You always morph something into something bigger than it actually was, because I couldn't even find a news story about the damn thing. So you morph it into this big thing, and you're all shook up, panic attack, and you can't do anything, and you need your friend to sit by you and babysit you for a day because you're so upset. What kind of fucking tribal warrior could you actually have been? Come on, give me a break. You know, you're a freaking ass clown, Wally. You're an ass clown. So, Mr. Tribal Warrior, you know what? We're gonna explore more of these topics tonight. See you guys later. Have a good one.